Welcome to the AnzenGuard podcast, the show that will dive deep into keeping you safe in the digital world. I'm Michael Reynolds.
And I'm Laura Wilson.
And today we are going to be tackling a question that I'm sure has crossed all of our minds at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Is free antivirus software actually worth it? You know, you might be prepping for a big meeting about cybersecurity, you might be researching options for your business, or you just might be super curious about how antivirus actually works.
Right.
Whatever brought you here, get ready, because we've got some surprising facts and insights that might just change how you think about digital protection.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that because a lot of people, when they think antivirus, they think just those old school computer viruses.
Right.
You know, the ones that would like freeze up your computer and make it display weird messages.
Yeah, like back in the 90s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But in reality today, it is so much more than that.
Oh.
We're talking like a whole digital army of threats that are out there lurking, from malware and ransomware to spyware and all those sneaky phishing attempts.
Oh man, phishing is the worst.
It really is. Trying to trick you into handing over your passwords.
Absolutely.
All sorts of important information.
Yeah, so it's like a digital shield
Yeah.
against all those nasty things. But let's be honest, the appeal of free is really hard to resist.
For sure.
I mean, who doesn't love getting something for nothing right?
Exactly. Especially when it comes to software.
Yeah, especially software.
Which can be pretty pricey.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially if you're outfitting a whole business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us, especially small business owners, we tend to think, well, I'm not a big target.
Right.
You know, hackers aren't interested in little old me.
Yeah.
But that's actually a dangerous misconception.
It is.
Because, in fact, cyber criminals are increasingly targeting small to medium businesses.
Really?
Yes, because they often lack those robust defenses that larger companies have.
I see. So it's almost like leaving your front door unlocked
Exactly.
and hoping for the best.
Yeah. That hoping that nobody's going to come in and take anything.
Right.
But you're really leaving yourself vulnerable.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
Yeah.
So you're saying that small business does not equal safe
Absolutely not.
when it comes to the digital world?
No.
Okay.
To put it in perspective, a whopping 41% of small businesses fell victim to cyber attacks just last year.
Wow.
In 2023.
That's a big number.
It is a big number. And to make it even more startling, a staggering 90% of cyber breaches globally were on small businesses.
Oh, wow.
So those numbers are pretty alarming.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
It definitely makes you stop and think.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what free antivirus actually offers.
Okay.
Is it totally useless, or does it provide some level of protection?
You know, it's not entirely useless.
Okay.
Most free antivirus programs do offer some level of basic protection.
Okay.
They typically include features like malware detection and removal,
Okay.
which means that they can scan your system for any known threats and try to get rid of them.
Gotcha.
They also often include malware prevention, which acts as a guard dog,
Okay.
trying to prevent those digital bad guys from getting in the first place.
So it's like having a basic security system,
Yeah,
but maybe not Fort Knox.
exactly. Think
Right.
of it like having a deadbolt on your door.
Right.
Better than nothing.
Yeah,
But a determined burglar could probably still find a way to break in.
for sure.
And a lot of free antivirus programs even include some nice extras,
Okay.
like safe banking and shopping tools to help protect your financial information when you're browsing online.
Right.
Some even offer network monitoring,
Okay.
which can alert you if there are any suspicious devices trying to connect to your network.
That's good.
And file protection,
Uh-huh.
particularly from ransomware,
Right.
is a big one these days. That can be a real nightmare for businesses
Oh, yeah.
if their files get locked up and held hostage.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So free antivirus isn't completely useless.
Right.
But I have a feeling there's a but coming.
You know me too well.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. There's often a hidden cost to free.
Right.
Think about it. How do these companies stay in business?
Yeah, that's a good question.
How do they pay their developers, maintain their servers, keep their software up to date?
Right?
Well, the answer often lies in your data. A lot of free antivirus companies make their money by collecting and selling user data to third parties.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's kind of like those free apps that bombard you with ads. They're
Right.
not really free.
Yeah, they're making money off your attention.
Exactly.
And your data.
And your data. So it's a trade-off.
So I'm trading my privacy for free protection.
Yeah.
That's not exactly a fair exchange.
It's a trade-off that a lot of people make without even realizing it.
Right.
And it's not just data collection you need to be wary of.
Okay.
Some free antivirus programs have also been known to bundle in things like adware, spyware, or other potentially unwanted programs that can really slow down your computer, track your browsing habits,
Right.
or even open you up to further security risks.
So it's like getting a free puppy and realizing it has fleas
Exactly.
and a chewing problem.
Exactly.
Right.
So free isn't always as free as it seems.
Right.
It's really crucial to read the fine print, understand the terms of service,
Yeah.
be aware of what you're potentially giving up in exchange for that free protection.
Right.
Sometimes it really is worth paying for peace of mind and knowing exactly what you're getting.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So let's shift gears and talk about paid antivirus solutions.
Okay.
What sets them apart, and what are the key advantages that justify that price tag?
You know, paid antivirus solutions take a much more proactive and sophisticated approach to security.
Oh.
Instead of just reacting to known threats, they often use advanced technologies like artificial intelligence and machine learning
Wow.
to identify and block threats before they even have a chance to infect your system.
So it's like having a security guard that's also a detective,
Yes.
that's constantly analyzing patterns and predicting potential problems
Exactly.
before they even happen.
Right.
So it's like having a digital crystal ball that can see into the future of cyber threats.
That's a great way to put it.
Wow.
And this proactive security is especially crucial these days because the threat landscape is constantly evolving.
Right.
New and unknown threats are popping up all the time.
Yeah.
Free antivirus relies on recognizing known signatures, kind of like matching fingerprints.
Okay.
But paid tools can often detect and neutralize brand new, never-before-seen threats,
Wow.
which can be a real lifesaver for businesses,
Right.
especially those dealing with sensitive data.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Are there any other benefits that come with paying for antivirus?
Absolutely. Paid antivirus solutions typically come with a whole suite of additional layers of protection.
Okay.
This might include things like firewalls to block unauthorized access to your network, parental controls to help protect families online,
Right.
and identity theft protection to safeguard your personal information.
Yeah.
And some even include VPNs
Nice.
for added privacy and security while you're browsing online.
Okay.
Features to permanently delete sensitive files so they can't be recovered,
That's good.
and automatic app updates so you always have the latest security patches.
So it's like having a whole team of digital bodyguards
Exactly.
working around the clock to protect you.
Working 24/7 to keep you safe.
Wow. That's a lot more than just basic virus protection.
It is.
It sounds like a comprehensive security system for your entire digital life.
Exactly.
But with all these different options and features, how do you know which one is right for you?
Right.
What factors should people be considering when making this decision?
Well, that's a great question, and one that we'll definitely be diving into deeper
Okay.
in the next part of our deep dive. But to get you started, budget is obviously a factor.
Yeah.
But you have to weigh that against the potential cost of a security breach. Downtime, lost data, reputational damage. These things can be financially devastating for a business, especially a small one.
So it's like insurance. You might not need it until you really need it.
Exactly.
And then you're really glad you have it.
Exactly. It's about mitigating risk and protecting your most valuable assets.
Right.
And another really important factor is features. Think about your specific needs.
Okay.
Do you handle sensitive customer data? Do you need parental controls for your family? Do you want the peace of mind that comes with AI-powered threat detection?
It sounds like it really comes down to assessing your individual needs and risk tolerance.
Exactly. And before you make any decisions, do your research.
Okay.
Don't just take the company's word for it. Look at independent reviews and ratings from reputable sources.
Right.
See what real users and experts have to say about different antivirus products.
Yeah.
Look at things like ease of use, effectiveness, performance impact, and customer support.
It's like buying a car.
Yeah.
You wouldn't just walk into a dealership and buy the first car you see,
Exactly.
would you?
No, you would do your research.
You'd read reviews, compare features,
Exactly.
find the car that's the best fit for your needs and your budget.
Right. Cybersecurity is just as important
Yeah,
as choosing the right car,
absolutely.
if not more so.
For sure.
After all, it's about protecting your digital life.
Right.
And for businesses, your livelihood.
So much to think about. We've covered a lot of ground here today, but don't worry, we're just getting started. Join us for part 2 of our deep dive, where we'll explore even more about the crucial features of paid antivirus and delve into some specific solutions on the market.
Oh, sounds good.
Welcome back to the AnzenGuard podcast, where we are diving deep into the world of antivirus software. I'm Michael Reynolds.
And I'm Laura Wilson.
And in the last part, we really started to explore the pros and cons of free antivirus.
Yes, we did.
And we started to uncover what makes paid options stand out. Now let's get even more specific about those paid solutions and why they might just be a worthwhile investment.
Yeah, one of the things that I find really fascinating about paid antivirus is its ability to evolve with the threat landscape.
Right.
It's not just about reacting to what we already know, it's about predicting and preventing the unknown.
Wow, that sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Right.
How does that actually work?
Well, imagine a security system that learns from every attack, every new piece of malware that is discovered.
Right.
That's essentially what these paid antivirus solutions are doing.
Okay.
They are leveraging these advanced technologies like artificial intelligence and machine learning
Wow.
to analyze these vast amounts of data and identify patterns that might indicate a new or emerging threat.
So it's like having a team of digital detectives constantly on the lookout for any suspicious activity.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah, they're analyzing code monitoring network traffic and looking for anything that deviates from the norm.
Wow.
And the beauty of AI and machine learning is that they are constantly learning and adapting,
Okay.
becoming more sophisticated with each new threat that they encounter.
That's really impressive.
Yeah.
But how does this compare to the way free antivirus works?
Yeah, so free antivirus typically relies on something called signature-based detection.
Okay.
It's kind of like having a wanted poster
Right.
with a picture of a known criminal on it.
Right.
So if the security guard sees someone who matches that picture, they sound the alarm.
Right.
But if the criminal changes their appearance,
Ooh.
they might just slip right through.
I see.
Yeah.
So it's only effective against threats that have already been identified
Exactly.
and documented.
Yeah. And in today's digital world, where new threats are emerging constantly, that's a major limitation.
It is.
Paid antivirus with this AI-powered detection, it's like having a security guard who can recognize a criminal even if they are wearing a disguise.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's a game changer.
it really is. Especially for businesses that handle sensitive data or operate in those high-risk environments. But let's be honest, proactive is just one piece of the puzzle.
Right.
What else makes paid antivirus worth the investment?
Well, think about it this way. If you were building a fortress to protect yourself,
Okay.
would you rely on just one wall to keep invaders out?
Probably not, no.
Right. You would want multiple layers of defense.
Yeah, you'd want moats and walls and guard towers.
Exactly. You want the whole works.
Yeah, the whole 9 yards.
And that's precisely what paid antivirus offers.
Okay.
This multi-layered protection.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you get that proactive threat detection that we just discussed, but you also get things like robust firewalls to block unauthorized access.
Okay.
Real-time scanning to constantly monitor for suspicious activity.
Gotcha.
Intrusion detection systems that look for unusual patterns of behavior and web filtering to block access to known malicious websites.
So it's like having an entire security team
Yeah.
working together.
Yes.
24/7.
To protect your digital assets.
Exactly. Each layer adds another level of protection, making it significantly harder for cybercriminals to penetrate your defenses.
Right.
And this multi-layered approach is particularly important in today's world,
Uh-huh.
where threats can come from anywhere,
Yeah.
not just inside your network.
That's where that endpoint protection comes in, right?
Yes.
The idea that every device that connects to your network needs to be secured,
Yes.
not just your servers and desktops.
Exactly. We live in a mobile-first world
We do.
where employees are using laptops, smartphones, tablets,
Even IoT devices.
even IoT devices to access company data.
Yeah,
Each one of those devices is a potential entry point for attackers.
it is.
So endpoint protection is like extending that security perimeter to encompass all those devices no matter where they are.
Yeah,
It's about recognizing that the traditional network perimeter
right.
is dissolving
Yeah,
and security needs to adapt accordingly.
absolutely. And speaking of adapting, one feature that's often overlooked but becoming increasingly important is data encryption.
Yes.
Now, data encryption, that sounds like something out of a spy movie.
It does, doesn't it? It might sound complex, but it's actually quite simple.
Right.
Data encryption basically scrambles your data
Okay.
so that even if it's stolen, it's unreadable
Right.
without the decryption key.
Gotcha.
Think of it like putting all your valuable documents in a safe
Okay.
with a combination lock
Right.
that only you know.
I like that. That's a good analogy. So even if a hacker gets their hands on your data,
Right.
it's basically useless to them.
It's useless to them because they don't have the key
Wow.
to unlock it.
So it adds that extra layer of protection for your most sensitive information,
Exactly.
mitigating the risk of data breaches
Right.
and the potentially devastating consequences that can come with them.
Yeah.
And while we're on the topic of mitigating risk,
Mm-hmm.
let's not forget about backups and disaster recovery.
Yes.
Now I'm sensing another analogy coming.
You know me too well.
Yeah.
Think about it this way. You wouldn't build a house without an escape route in case of a fire.
No, you would not. That's
Yeah.
why we have fire exits
Exactly.
and fire drills.
Exactly. And backups and disaster recovery are like your digital escape route.
Okay.
They ensure that even if your systems are compromised or there is a natural disaster or some other unforeseen event,
Right.
you can recover your data and get back up and running as quickly as possible.
So it's not just about preventing bad things from happening.
Right.
It's about having a plan B in place if they do.
Exactly. It's about taking a proactive approach to security.
Okay.
That includes not just preventative measures like antivirus,
Right.
but also reactive measures like backups and disaster recovery.
Gotcha. So you got to have both.
You got to have both.
Yeah.
And, all these sophisticated features are great, but they're only effective if people actually use them.
That's a good point.
Hmm.
I've definitely encountered software that was so complex and confusing
Yes,
that I ended up just ignoring it altogether.
exactly. That's why ease of use is another crucial factor to consider when choosing a paid antivirus solution.
Right.
You want a solution that's intuitive and user-friendly so your employees can easily manage their security settings and understand any alerts or notifications.
Yeah, so it's like having a security system that's not only effective,
Right.
but also user-friendly.
Exactly. You want a solution that fits seamlessly into your workflow and doesn't require a PhD in computer science to operate.
Yeah, for sure.
And speaking of workflow for businesses, especially those with a lot of employees and devices, centralized management is another must-have feature.
Centralized management, what's that all about?
Yeah, so imagine being able to manage all your security settings from a single console.
Okay.
Rather than having to configure each device individually.
Right.
It's like having a central command center
Okay, cool.
for your entire security operation.
Yeah, that sounds like a huge time saver.
It is.
And it probably helps ensure consistency across all devices.
Absolutely. It streamlines your security management
Right.
and makes it so much easier to monitor, update, and troubleshoot your security settings.
And when it comes to choosing the right solution for your business, don't be afraid to shop around.
Yes, shop around. It's like dating, Don't be afraid to play the field and find the best match for your needs.
Right, exactly.
Reach out to different antivirus providers, talk to their support teams, and get a feel for their products and services.
Yeah.
A lot of reputable companies offer free trials,
Oh, that's nice.
so you can test drive their products before you buy.
That's a great tip. It's like taking a car for a spin before you sign on the dotted line.
Exactly. You want to make sure it's a good fit for your needs and that you're comfortable with the interface and the features.
I like that. So much good advice, but I think we've covered enough ground for now. Join us for the third and final part of our deep dive, where we'll get down to brass tacks and explore some specific antivirus solutions on the market today. Welcome back to the AnzenGuard podcast for the final part of our deep dive into the world of antivirus software. I'm Michael Reynolds, and I'm here with the amazing Laura Wilson to guide you through this sometimes overwhelming process of choosing the right protection for your digital life. In the last two parts, we explored the limitations of free antivirus and uncovered those key features that make paid solutions really stand out. But now let's get practical. What are some specific antivirus solutions on the market, and how can you navigate this digital jungle to find the perfect fit for your needs?
Yeah, it's a bit like walking into a massive shoe store, with rows and rows of options. It can definitely feel overwhelming.
It can.
But don't worry, we're here to help you find the right fit. And just like with shoes, there's no one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to antivirus.
Right.
The best choice for you is really going to depend on your individual needs, your budget, and the devices you're using.
Okay, so let's start by talking about some of the big names in the antivirus world. The brands that, consistently rank high in those independent reviews and offer a good balance of features, protection, and usability. Where should we start?
Well, one name you've probably heard of is Norton.
Yeah.
They've been around for ages and are known for their robust protection and comprehensive features.
Right.
Their Norton 360 package is a really popular choice. offering protection for multiple devices, including PCs, Macs, smartphones, and tablets.
Okay.
You get real-time threat protection, a firewall, parental controls, a password manager, and even a VPN,
Wow.
all in one package.
So it's like a one-stop shop for all your digital security needs.
Pretty much. And they also have a great track record with independent testing labs,
Okay.
consistently scoring high in malware detection and prevention.
That's good.
So if you're looking for a solution that really covers all the bases, Norton 360 is definitely worth considering.
Okay, that's good to know. What about other options? Are there any that might be a bit lighter on the system resources, for people who maybe have older computers or?
Absolutely. Bitdefender is another really solid choice.
Okay.
That's known for its strong performance. Their total security package is highly regarded for its ability to protect against all sorts of threats, including ransomware, without bogging down your system.
So it's like a Ninja Warrior, silent but deadly?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
It does its job effectively without slowing down your computer. And it comes packed with those additional features like a vulnerability scanner, anti-theft tools, and a secure browser for online transactions.
Okay.
Plus, for those who are more privacy conscious, Bitdefender also offers a VPN as part of their package.
Nice. Okay, so we've got Norton, we've got Bitdefender.
Yeah.
Any other contenders we should have on our radar?
Definitely McAfee is another big player in the antivirus world. Their Total Protection Suite offers a similar range of features to Norton and Bitdefender, including anti-spam parental controls and identity theft protection. But one thing that sets McAfee apart is their social media protection.
Social media protection. What's that all about?
Well, it's a feature that scans your social media accounts for any risky links or privacy concerns, helping to protect your reputation and your online identity.
So it's like having a digital chaperone for your social media adventures.
Exactly, for all those late-night Twitter scrolls.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, especially in today's world, where social media plays such a big role in our lives.
It really does.
These all sound like great options, but I'm sure some of our listeners are wondering about solutions that might be a bit more budget-friendly.
Right.
Are there any options for smaller businesses or individuals who are watching their wallets?
Absolutely. ESA is a great option to consider if you're looking for solid protection without breaking the bank. They offer a range of products from basic antivirus to more comprehensive suites. Their NOD32 antivirus is known for its lightweight footprint and effectiveness in detecting and blocking malware.
Okay.
It's a good choice for folks who want a no-frills, get-the-job-done solution.
So it's like the minimalist security guard who just gets the job done.
Efficiently and effectively.
Efficiently and effectively. I like it. And for all the Mac users out there,
yes,
are there any specific options?
There is Intego. They specialize in security software for Macs and offer a product called Mac Premium Bundle X9.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
It is a bit of a mouthful, but it includes antivirus, anti-malware, a firewall, parental controls, and even tools to help optimize your Mac's performance.
So it's like a tailored suit. Designed specifically for the Mac environment.
Exactly. It takes into account the unique security challenges that Macs face, providing comprehensive protection that's optimized for your Apple devices.
This is a great overview, Laura. But with so many options, how do you choose? Where do you even begin?
Well, just like choosing, those new shoes, you start by considering your needs and your priorities.
Right.
First, think about your budget.
Okay.
How much are you willing to spend on antivirus protection?
Right.
Prices can range from a few dollars a month to over $100 a year.
Wow. So it's important to have a budget in mind before you even start shopping around.
Exactly. Once you know how much you're comfortable spending, consider the devices you need to protect.
Okay.
Do you just need to cover one computer, or do you need to cover multiple computers, smartphones, tablets?
Right.
Some solutions offer family plans or multi-device licenses, which can be more cost-effective than buying individual licenses.
So think about how many devices you need to cover and whether a multi-device license makes sense for your situation.
Exactly. And then, of course, think about the features that are most important to you.
Yeah.
Do you need a VPN for that added privacy and security?
Right.
Parental controls to keep your kids safe? Online identity theft protection to safeguard your personal information. Make a list of your must-haves and your nice-to-haves.
Right.
To help guide your decision.
So prioritize those essential features.
Yes.
And don't get distracted by all the bells and whistles that you might not need.
Exactly. And don't forget to check those independent reviews and ratings.
Yes.
See what real users and experts have to say about the performance, the usability, and the customer support of different antivirus solutions.
It's like checking Yelp before you choose a restaurant.
Exactly.
You want to get a feel for the overall experience.
Yes, you want to make sure it's a good fit.
Before you commit.
Exactly. Exactly. And here's a bonus tip. Most reputable antivirus companies offer free trials,
Oh, that's great.
so you can test drive their products before you buy.
That's a great idea. It's like taking a car for a test drive before you sign on the dotted line.
Exactly. It gives you a chance to see how it feels and make sure it's a good fit for your needs.
Well, Laura, this has been an incredibly informative deep dive into the world of antivirus software. I feel like I've learned so much, and I'm sure our listeners have too.
It's been a pleasure sharing these insights with you, Michael.
And thank you to all our listeners for joining us on this journey into the digital security landscape. We hope you found this series helpful and empowering. Remember, this has been the AnzenGuard podcast with me, Michael Reynolds, and the ever-informative Laura Wilson. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share it with your friends and colleagues. Until next time, stay safe out there in the digital world.
Stay safe.